Thank you, Jacob. Good morning. My name is Mary Mitchell. I'm so sorry I backed up and I spoke right over you. Sorry about that. Anyway, it is my pleasure to be co-leading this service this morning with Don Swanson. I am a gray-haired person in my 70s wearing a green shirt, and my pronouns are she, her. And welcome to All Souls Braintree. The community that built this building in 1904 carried forward the kinder, gentler religious tradition that began here in 1833. All Souls proudly embraces DEIA values, diversity, equity, inclusion, and accessibility. Assistive listening devices are available as you enter the sanctuary. And as a courtesy of others, please silence your cell phones during the service today. If you would like to learn more about All Souls or Unitarian Universalism, please fill out a connection card in your pews or, well, that's if you're here in person, and if you're coming online on Zoom, it'll be in the chat. Later in the service, we will be reading aloud our online guest joys or concerns if they're typed in the chat ahead of time, or you can speak them yourself when the time comes. Today, we light our candle of hope to honor our deeply held goals and values. Every one of our Unitarian Universalist principles is being challenged. Earth's sacredness, the power of diversity, the pursuit of peace, the dignity of human rights, and the promise of democracy. May this light remind us of our shared responsibility to protect and uphold these values. And we light our chalice this morning with the words of Ursula K. Le Guin. Time has two aspects. There is the arrow, the running river, without which there is no change, no progress or direction or creation. And there is the circle or the cycle, without which there is chaos, meaningless succession of instants, a world without clocks or seasons of promises. Please remain seated for our song for the candles. May we be open to this light.
May we be open to this light and the rich possibilities that it brings us.
Please join me in reading the preamble to our congregational covenant. We
Covenant to create a caring, affirming, and inclusive community that invites us to become our best selves and to serve the wider community and the world.
Good morning. I'm a gray-haired elder, and I'm wearing a sort of brownish, neutral sort of colored, jacket and shirt, and black pants. And my pronouns are he, him, and his. Today, Mary and I want to explore and share with you ways of cherishing or looking at time during this winter solstice. The winter solstice is a significant event because it marks both an important astronomical turning point and a moment of profound cultural and historical meaning across many civilizations. In a time when surviving the cold and dark was a genuine struggle, the solstice was a cause for major celebration, symbolizing hope, renewal, and the triumph of light over darkness. In essence, The winter solstice is humanity's oldest, most universal celebration of the natural cycle of life, our way of measuring this really big and important unit of time. And now please stand as you're willing or able for our opening hymn, Wake Now My Senses.
Wake now my senses and hear the earth call. Feel the deep power of being in all. Keep with the web of creation your vow. Giving, receiving, as love shows us how. Wake now my reason, reach out to the new. Join with each pilgrim who quests for the true. Honor the beauty and wisdom of time. Suffer thy limit and grace the sublime. Wake now, compassion, give heed to the cry. Voices of suffering fill the wide sky. Take as your neighbor, both stranger and friend, praying and striving their hardship to end. Wake now my conscience, with justice thy guide. Join with all people whose rights are denied. Take not for granted a privileged place. God's love embraces the whole human race. Wake now my vision of ministry clear. Brighten my pathway with radiance here. Mingle my calling with all who will share. Work toward a planet transformed by our care.
There are two key spiritual tasks for this time of year. The first is, like the sun, to hold still, to still ourselves inside, to behold the glory of the cosmos, and to take a breath with the sacred. Rather than confronting the short days and dark nights as disturbing or depressing, this is a time to rest and settle into the darkness, a time to contemplate and reflect on our lives. This time gives us the opportunity to ask whether or not we are still on our correct course. We need to ask that in these times, both personally and collectively. The other major spiritual task of the winter solstice is to reflect deeply on what is no longer helpful or useful or right for us, and to purge ourselves of it and let it go. To cast it into the fire. These aspects of ourselves can be attitudes, behaviors, beliefs, or values. We let them go to make room for what can be better and stronger for ourselves and for everyone and everything around us. We can resolve to fill what that new space inside with more growth, more learning in the coming new year. Merry and blessed Yule to all. Hail the sacred and embracing dark. Hail the invincible sun. There can be no spring without the winter, no bloom without the seed time, no light without the dark. We set aside this time to hold space for one another as we share life's heartfelt joys and concerns.